Just about 20 seconds until launch. And there's the second umbilical separating. That signifies about 30 seconds or so from launch. You can see the engine starting to ramp up. The engine's firing, now building up to flight speed, and liftoff. Jack Fischer and Fyodor Yurchikhin on their way to the International Space Station. Vehicles cleared the tower, getting good first stage performance. That Soyuz delivering about 930,000 pounds of thrust. Those 4 strap-on engines in the core. Good performance calls, nominal or normal so far for the first stage, continuing to operate well. Again, a pretty clear day there in Baikonur, so getting great views of the rocket as it flies across the Kazakh sky.
And roll pitch yaw nominal. The crew is feeling good. Copy, Olympe.
So already 70 seconds since liftoff. The vehicle already moving at over 1,100 miles an hour. And continuing to get those good performance calls. You'll hear yaw, pitch, and roll. Basically the orientation of the rocket. Want to hear nominal, and that's what we're hearing. Everything going well with the Soyuz so far. On board, you can see the crew members still doing well. Again, Fyodor Yurchikhin on the bottom there, and then NASA's Jack Fischer on the top. And we've gotten confirmation that the escape tower has been jettisoned and the first stage has been jettisoned. Again, those 4 strap-on boosters have completed their job, dropped away. The vehicle already at an altitude of about 28 statute miles. Soyuz rocket traveling at about 3,350 miles an hour. Thumbs up from Jack Fischer. Everything continuing to go great so far with this launch. The vehicle under the power now of the core stage, or the second stage, and that's going to continue to fire until about 4 minutes and 48 seconds into the flight. So another 2 minutes and change from now.
Second stage, thrusters are operating nominally.
Getting confirmation the launch shroud has been jettisoned, so the Soyuz vehicle now exposed. Everything going right per the timeline so far with today's launch. Second stage continuing to perform great from all the reports coming in. Just past the 3-minute mark since liftoff. At this point, the Soyuz already traveling over 4,700 miles per hour.
And we have the controlled.
You can see sunlight pouring in now from a window just over Jack Fischer's shoulder. That now possible with that launch shroud being jettisoned.
Second stage, thrusters are operating.
Everything performing as expected. That core stage of the Soyuz, 56 feet in length, 13.5 in diameter, has a single engine with 4 fuel chambers and provides between 178,000 and 222,000 pounds of thrust, depending on the altitude of the vehicle. And it burns for about 3 minutes and 28 seconds. It's going to burn until the 4-minute 43-second mark, and then it'll use what's known as a hot stage technique. So the third stage will actually ignite while the second's still burning. That's why, again, the Soyuz rocket has that open lattice-like structure in between the second and third stages, and we'll be seeing that shortly. Continuing to get good calls, 4 minutes, 12 seconds and counting since liftoff.
$260. 260 seconds. Parameters are nominal. 270 seconds. standing by for backup 2.
Just got confirmation the second stage separated from the Soyuz rocket, the third stage firing.
Separation of the second stage. Yes, we confirm.
And confirmation the third stage engine has ignited and now powering the Soyuz into its preliminary orbit. That core booster separates at an altitude of about 105 miles. And the Soyuz now propelled by the single engine of the Soyuz's third stage, providing about 67,000 pounds of thrust, and is going to burn for the next 4 minutes and 2 seconds.
330 seconds. Third stage thrusters operating nominally.
$360.
360 seconds. YPR normal. SR pressure is 782. The crew is feeling good. Copy.
Getting reports the crew feeling good. 6 minutes, 30 seconds since liftoff. Everything continuing to go great again. The Soyuz's third stage now powering it.
390 seconds.
It's going to continue to operate until 8 minutes and 45 seconds post liftoff. So another 2 minutes under the third stage, and then the rocket's job will be done and the spacecraft will be in its preliminary orbit.
$430.
430 seconds. Third stage thruster operating nominally.
Again, all the calls, everything going well so far with this morning's launch. Keep your eye on the dog floating just in front of Fyodor Yurchikhin. Again, that's going to be our zero-G indicator. So once they're in their preliminary orbit and they start experiencing microgravity, you'll see that start to float, just like everything else inside the vehicle, including the crew members themselves, will shortly. We're 7 hours, 54 minutes since launch. Vehicle traveling in excess of 13,500 miles an hour. Again, as a reminder, once they are delivered into orbit, a series of commands that are pre-programmed will execute, and all of the antennas will deploy along with the solar arrays.
Stabilization nominal.
The third stage should be cutting off in just about 25 seconds.
510 seconds. Everything is nominal.
And with the telltale jolt, you can see the third stage has cut off and separated. There's a great view of that dog. You can see it's floating now, so the crew members now exposed to that microgravity environment.